Okay, I've also begun recording this session, which I forgot to do before the prayer, but that's okay. All right, thank you. Looks like you've all joined the Nearpod session. So here's how it works. You're going to watch the video and it's going to pause. It's kind of like a play pose it actually. Okay, and then there'll be um, something to share. Okay, and to so go ahead, and when it stops, just wait, and then I will put the activity in the question. Okay, some of you are finishing the video. It's pausing. Okay, just hold on there, please. Okay, and here's the question. This session is being recorded. However, the names are blocked on the answer screen here, so that you can answer freely. Indeed, it is the longest of Shakespeare's plays. Interesting thing about Hamlet, well, not about Hamlet, but the curriculum. What are the two most famous plays? When someone says Shakespeare, you probably think of two plays, right? Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet. Um, so typically in our high schools, in grade 9, we do Romeo and Juliet, and in grade 12, we tackle Hamlet. Now, you are not required to study the entire play. There simply isn't time for that. What's going to happen is in today's module, there's an excerpt. Okay, it's one of the famous scenes, one of many, but it's a very interesting scene, to say the least. And you read it, you watch it, and then you will respond. Okay, if you'd like, Hamlet is available. I believe it shouldn't be too hard to find. Something where you could watch an entire Hamlet. I do have a pretty decent version of it that I might be able to share if you wanted to watch the entire play. You could let me know. I can share that with you. Maybe I'll post that to the class. Okay, just waiting for a couple answers. So we're not doing the entire play, but we're just doing an excerpt. But if it was the regular course, of course, we would take some time, take a couple weeks and do the entire play. Okay, looks good. Yes, Denmark, not England, which is very interesting. Hmm. Thank you to those who responded. Okay, I'm going to put out the next section and for you to watch. Okay, so pay attention. Uh, this guy Green talks pretty quickly. Okay, here we go. Question is, why do you think Shakespeare wanted to add ambiguity to the story of Amleth, aka Hamlet? Yes, we think Shakespeare, we think the plays were original, um, but there's great evidence to suggest that he actually took a lot of existing plays um, and kind of made them his own. Oh. Hmm. Okay, some good answers coming in. Thank you. So definitely here we have one, um, because we all have different interpretations of the characters, and that's, you know, certainly plays into our literary theories that we're studying. Okay, there's, as you know, there's quite a few ways to interpret a piece of work, such as a play or novel, and you'll be doing that with Hamlet and a few reader responses and various other theories. Okay, yeah, tad drama, certainly. Hmm. Yeah, change the storyline, not just to fit his style, of course, but to fit the style of his audience. Okay, we're talking Elizabethan England, so they obviously have very specific cultural differences from the Danish audiences. Hmm. Yes, for sure. Lots of good answers here. Hmm. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. These are great. Okay, and quite a few answers pointing to this concept of the individual struggle. Um, of course, that's a big one in Hamlet, not just for Hamlet, but for the other characters too. I'm going to click play now, and then it's going to continue. So um, you will play yours at the same time. Okay, so be ready and click right away once I do, because you can't hear mine, but you can hear yours. Okay, and mine will automatically stop and give the next interaction. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, folks, a little multiple choice for you. Okay. Uh, Looks great. And I will share the solution in 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. The answer is A. So congratulations, those of you who guessed that one. All right, put your finger on the uh, back to the Nearpod tab and get ready for the next video. 3, 2, 1. Hey, Mr. Panda. Losing my power here. All right, next question. Why do you think Shakespeare chose to set Hamlet in Denmark and not England? Yeah, I would agree. That's definitely a possibility. And he was, after all, um, using an original story. Hmm. Yeah, this idea of the culture being very different. I mean, he could have certainly have been, you know, interested in the culture and whatnot. But I think it also helps for him to show how it's different, right? And by changing certain parts, he can he can make comments about England without actually making them. You know, that's right. Yeah. So it's a comparison, right? Hmm. Great. Thank you. Great answers, folks. Okay. I'll leave these. This is being recorded. You'll be able to look at these answers after the fact as well. Let's continue. Go on to the back to the Nearpod tab, and we're going to continue the video in three, two, one. Okay. According to the host, the fate of the ghost can be aligned with so many good lines from this play. What Dreams May Come, title of a film that I show often in grade 11 world religion class. Good movie. Okay, folks, I'm going to share the solution. Here you go. Indeed, Purgatory. Congratulations. Most of you got, just over half of you got that one correct. Okay. Let's continue. And 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, John Green, for that. So I hope that will help. Okay, for those who don't have an opportunity in the next few days to watch the entire play or read the play, or who have never seen it, maybe that will give you some background to the reading for today and some of the things you'll be looking at later this week. Okay. At this point, we can start with any question and answer, either regarding Hamlet, the module, or in the course in general. As you know, I've put up, you've certainly read that I put the grades tool in action, and I've organized everything for you. So you can follow your progress, not just now at this time, but at any time, okay? Just a quick note on that. I changed this morning. So those of you who looked earlier at that link, it was highlighting the entire weights achieved column. So I wanted to draw your focus there. But at this current midterm or midway through the summer school, so far your performance is based on these assignments, and then you would simply add up your what you have weight achieved and divide by the total, which is 47 and a half. Okay, if you wanted to get a rough estimate, because I did post a statistics chart, okay, um, showing the class average, the number of people above and below, so you can kind of see where you fit in relative to the other students, and that's important information. You know, if you're sort of below average, then you know you need to step it up. There may be, you know, sometimes some people decide that it's not the right thing for them. You have until July 23rd to drop the course without any consequence. After that point, it ends up on your transcript as a 0 or as a whatever grade, and that's not probably something you want. Um, and if you're above average score, well, congratulations. That's in that indicates your uh, effort. Okay. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm looking for. Can't find a site on my own website. And I've got Mr. Panda here, keeping me company. Mr. Panda, you want to say hi to everybody? You guys see Mr. Panda? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes, there's quite a few cats walking around here. All right, let me quickly, uh, for those who might have missed it, show you the statistics. Oh, and since I'm showing this here, you may have noticed this whole time on our homepage, there's a link called Paperator. The Paperator link is something that I use in day school for large assignments like essays and whatnot. Okay, I ask students to use the Paperator app, and it gives me a report um, of certain things. Grammar, it's mostly grammar and writing style editing. Shows me that you have used the tool at least once. So I require all students to use the tool at least once for those kind of things. I'm not doing that now in summer school. There is no large essay and whatnot, but it's there for you. And I won't know if you've used it because I'm not giving the codes for you to use to submit to me. But you can use it. It's the premium version, and it's very useful to help with your writing. It really gives some good suggestions. Okay, so even if you're just doing a paragraph, certainly for the CPT, you'll be writing things. You might want to run. Just all you do is copy and paste. You just copy your text. Start go to Paperator, click that button on the home page here. Just click this, paste your text, and then it'll give you a pretty detailed report on like things like vocabulary and suggestions and whatnot. It doesn't catch everything, okay, and it doesn't look at your content, obviously, but it's a good alternative to some of those expensive ones like Grammarly and whatnot. Right? This one is free for you. Okay, so this is our chart showing the current collection of student progress. Okay, this is all you guys, and this is the average here, which is kind of standard. Actually, the average is right here. It's the median, but similar, right? Level 3, which is kind of what it usually is, right, for courses, and it's based on this right now. Okay, obviously the final mark will be based on all of this. This all adds up to 100, right? All right, let me see if we got any comments here or questions. Okay. Oh, you like Mr. Panda, do you? Okay. Let's have a little more Mr. Panda. Wake up, man. Huh? 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 Yeah, there we go. There's a cat video for you. All right. So if there's nothing else, oh, great questions come in. How was the play pose it? Great, excellent question. The play pose it is it basically gives me the grade. So it calculates the percentage, your average percentage, right? So if you notice that you usually get a score after each one, and then it will give me what's your average score. Okay, the one that you created is included in that. So as I release them, I grade them, and I'm grading them pretty easy. I mean, you've never made these before. It's not like I had an opportunity to teach you how to make the best type of interactive lesson and how to word your question. Like I didn't teach you anything of that. So I'm basically giving everybody, as long as you completed it, you'll get an 8, 9, or 10, depending if what I thought about it, right? So everyone's getting a level 4 of some kind on the one you made. No, I shouldn't say everybody. There was 1 or 2 that didn't do what I asked, didn't put the questions in along the video and stuff like that. Those I probably won't even release those, right? But the rest of you, in any case, yeah. So it will give me an average. Most people, it's 5% of the mark, and it's not hard, right? As long as you're paying attention to the video, you should be able to get the answers quite easily. Okay. All right, next question. The organizer. So this is Liam's question for the literary theory organizer. That's just for you, okay? When you post for the discussion, you don't need. I'm not sure what the wording. I thought I changed it last night a little bit. Like I do edit some of the pages to reflect what I'm looking for more. But you don't use the organizer to sort of choose one of those responses and to help you make a response, and then you can just go to the discussion and post your response. You don't have to post the organizer to the, okay. And when it comes to discussions, you don't have to worry about citation and stuff like that. I mean, clearly it's good to put quotes in, but it's not like we're having a discussion. It's an informal thing. You're not publishing this as a formal piece, right? So you don't need to cite things. Okay, but if you do, it's a good habit to put in quotes things that you're taking from the play and whatnot, right? Okay, I hope that answers your question, Liam. Miriam's asking, when's a good time to start working on the CPT? That would be any time. Okay. There are some days available. So CPT, I've kind of tried to plan some days in here for you to have just for the CPT, 23rd, 24th, and 27th. Okay, but I would recommend that, and I may even ask for some there's 4 blog posts. I may ask for some of them in those days, because I don't know to get all 4, to mark all 4 in one day is not going to be easy. So I would be reading the novel. Okay, you have to read the novel, obviously, and you're reading it now, and this is why the course gets a little lighter. It's getting a little bit lighter, right? In terms of time commitment, but for the modules, but then it's more time for you to work on the CPT and the novel. Okay. So, for example, the Hamlet questions are not due until end of day tomorrow. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for participating in today's lesson. I hope that was able to give you an overview. and of Hamlet, and that you're able to move forward and enjoy the scene for today's reading. Miriam's got a thing about the discussion. Okay, I will double check that. Thank you for pointing that out. I may have forgotten to release it. Um, I'll have a look. Okay. Thank you all, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye. You're welcome. You're welcome.